Yo, 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 what's happening, people? We are live right now, live from the village right now. It is 12 minutes past 9 p.m. in the evening right now. It is the 21st of March 2022 right now. I'm in London, England right now. We're about to watch Rubber right now. Alan Evans in the house right now. Wagwan, people, wagwan, okay. Let me switch over to this screen. That was the wrong button. Let me switch over to this screen. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, wagwan, what's up, Al? Blaze with the haze for days and a place to be. How's it going today? Oh yeah, in your face, Sam. I'm first. Yes, Alan is in the chat first. But who shall be second? Who shall be third? Is there going to be a third? Well, there's a second. Mrs. JoJo7694. Hey. How you doing, Mrs. JoJo? Appreciate you coming through. I believe you are new. I don't think I've seen Mrs. JoJo before. If I have, I'm sorry. But I appreciate you coming through. I am Mr. Bandit Haze. That's how I go by on the online space. Alan Evans is already here. Sam B has just joined. What's up, chicken? I like chicken. No, but it is new. Okay, cool. I appreciate you coming through, Mrs. JoJo. Welcome to this village. We do live streams every week. And for the next at least few weeks, it might not stay this way. We'll see how it goes. But for at least for the next, I don't know, probably more than a few weeks, it's going to be movie nights each week because there's a lot of movies I've been recommended that one is trying to get through. And you can't see because the camera doesn't show it, but I've got a whole bunch of post-it notes all around stuck on my monitor. Bunch of stuff I'm supposed to do that I haven't done for ages. I need to start getting through this because it is getting a bit of a mess right now. So I'm trying to get through all these post-it notes that I'm supposed to do. Those are my Buffy ones to react. I'm not going to react to all the ones on this list, by the way, because there's quite a lot there on that list. And I thought I wrote them all the ones that I recommended, but I don't think I'm going to react to all of them. It might be a bit much, but yeah, bunch of stuff. But yeah, how's you going, man? Mrs. JoJo, how's you? Alan, how is you? Sam, how is you? How is everybody doing today? Appreciate the like, man. Appreciate the like. Sam, I beat you this time. I'm excited. Hopefully I receive notifications. Yes, sir. But yeah, we're doing movie now. We're about to watch a film. It's called Rubber. It was released in 2010. I think Sam, you recommended this, right? Am I remembering this right? I should probably write down the people who recommend the videos, the movies, and all the stuff. I didn't write it down. But I feel like you recommended this one. I'm pretty sure you recommended this one. Unless you tell me you didn't, then I'm pretty sure you didn't. That's how that works. I'm positive you did, unless you didn't, and then I'm positive you didn't. Either way, I'm right. I'm good with you, and I needed my brew. Ooh, speaking of brew, I bought remember, last time I was live, I said that I've never made an actual cup of coffee before, right? Like, I mean, I've used coffee machines and that kind of thing, but I've never actually made coffee. In that time, that piece of information has since changed. I have now indeed made an actual cup of coffee. More than once, actually. And I gotta say, I reckon I'm pretty good at it. I reckon I'm pretty damn good at it. That's like, I hope you are doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I would say that I may be a little bit more tired than usual, but just like Sam, I've had my coffee as well, so I'm a bit perky. The tiredness might not be coming through just yet, but I'm feeling it on the inside. But I don't think it's shown on the outside. The caffeine won't let me show it, so we're good for now. Finally got the community tab. Okay, nice. On my YouTube channel the other day. Okay, so yeah, you could post on the on the community tab. You do that. Let people know what's up. Haze, love the accent. London, yeah. I am a Londoner, born and bred. Tired of shit. I need a new back or taken to vets to be put down. All good. Oh yeah, that's a feeling. Vets are probably cheaper than doctors, actually. Actually, no, they're not. No, they're not cheaper than doctors. I don't think they are. I think vets are actually more expensive than doctors. They actually might be more expensive. For one thing, you don't get like NHS for vets, so you got to pay for it all. And if you ain't got insurance, yeah, vets could be actually pretty expensive. So unless you got pet insurance, then maybe don't go to the vets. But if you do have pet insurance, I don't know if your pet insurance will cover you. You might have to like do some finagling with the terms and conditions to see if they'll sort your back out. Alright, Bruce tape pricing. Gotta love the coffee, yeah. We got a few coffee lovers around here, Mrs. Jojo. We got a few. I'm relatively new to coffee, like within the last maybe year or so, maybe. Well, actually, that's not exactly true. I mean, I've had coffee like before that, but I'd say I've been more consistent with it in the last maybe year and a half, give or take. Beautiful, well done, Haze, on your first ever coffee making journey. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I am too. What's your... Okay, before we get into the movie then, what's your brew of choice? So I know Sam's brew of choice. Alan's not a coffee drinker. But what's your brew? What's your go-to? When you go to the shops to get some coffee, or whether you go to Starbucks or any kind of coffee shop, what's your go-to, Mrs. Jojo? That's what I want to know for now. What is your go-to coffee choice? If you don't put me down, I'll set Sophie on him. Vanilla biscotti is a wonderful flavored coffee. I don't know if they have that in London. I don't know if I've seen that specifically. I know I've seen vanilla lattes. Vanilla biscotti, though, I don't know if I've seen that. If it is available, I imagine somewhere sells it. I imagine somewhere sells it, but I don't know if I've seen it. I don't think I've seen that specific one. But yeah, there are vanilla lattes. Those are relatively common, and they're okay. You know, I've tried those a few times. I don't mind them. But okay, vanilla biscotti. That's the go-to for Mrs. Jojo. If I could find a place that does a vanilla biscotti, then I'll try that. Definitely Folger's vanilla biscotti. Okay, I'm pretty I don't know, is boring the right word? I mostly go for black coffee. Like that's my go-to when it comes down to it. I've tried like the lattes and the mochas, and you know, they're fine, but when it comes down to it, my go-to would always be a black coffee. Or if that's not available, like if you go to a Costa, they don't do black coffee, they do Americano, right? So it'd be that instead. I will say this though, and I will die on this hill, that like places that sell Americanos and black coffees, the black coffee would usually be about £1, right? £1, maybe £1.50, give or take, less than £2 anyway, right? And then Americanos would usually be around £2.50, £3, you know, give or take. So there's quite a significant price difference between the Americano and the black coffee, right? Now here's the thing. I know there is a difference between Americano and black coffees to do with the way it's like filtered or whatever. I'm not saying there's no difference. However, this is the hill that I will die on. The difference between a black coffee and Americano is not significant enough to charge that much extra. There's no way. Like if you got a black coffee for £1, right, and Americano for £2.50, that's like what, 1.5 times? No, 2.5 times the price, right? It's not that different. It is not that significant a difference to charge a whole £1.50 extra for a for an Americano. No, I ain't saying there's no difference. I'm saying the difference is not £1.50. That's what I'm saying. The difference is maybe 20p. You know what I mean? At the most, 20p. It is not £1.50. They're taking a piss with that, man. They're taking a piss. But anyway. But I do love to buy the beans and grind them myself. Keep it in the freezer and it stays fresh longer. Okay. I love Kona coffee too because it's very bold coffee. So keeping the ground beans in the freezer helps them. I did not know that. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense since putting stuff in the freezer generally means it lasts longer. But I guess it never occurred to me to put ground coffee beans in the freezer. Interesting. But wait, do you have to like defrost them afterwards though? And wouldn't it be like, I don't know, like I guess you have to like separate the ground coffee into individual like packets, so you're not like constantly defrosting them and refreeze them, defrosting, refreezing. That's what I'm thinking. If you have like put like a spoonful of ground coffee in a bag, tie it up, put it in the freezer, a spoonful, tie, you know what I mean? So each bag is a spoonful of ground coffee and freeze that. That way you could take what you want, defrost it, and then go from there, rather than defrosting the whole thing and then refreezing it again, defrosting the whole, you know what I mean? Great, nice. Yes, it does. I'm from the country. That's how we do it. Put it in a Ziploc bag and seal it. I might have to consider that. Sam, have you ever tried freezing ground coffee beans? That's the first I've heard of this, actually. I'm learning. But yeah, I might have to consider that. I'm trying out different coffees right now. I tried one today. It was a vanilla, not biscotti vanilla, but it was ground coffee, but it had like vanilla extract in it, and it was okay. I would say that it didn't really affect the taste that much. Like it still tasted pretty much like coffee. The smell was different though. Like I think the biggest difference was the smell. But you know, coffee's coffee. There's definitely no frosts on the inside of it or out. Okay, interesting. This movie is not on Netflix, no. So today, and perhaps for the next, I don't know, weeks or so, movie nights are going to be a little bit different. So normally, we'd have like a movie on Netflix or something like that where everybody can kind of just like get it on zero and press play and watch along, right? We're doing things a little bit different because, like I said, there's a bunch of movies I'm trying to get through that have been recommended, and I'm trying to use these opportunities, you know, to do that. So this one is not on Netflix. This one is on Amazon. It is not available on Amazon Prime. This is a paid-for movie, so you either have to rent it for, I think it's £3.50 to rent, or buy it for £4. I actually just bought it right now. Well, little while ago, I bought it today for £4. That's if you want to do that. I'm not asking people to go and pay for it. I don't feel comfortable doing that. If you want to, that's only if you want to, you can do that. But it's not a requirement, which means that this is more of a watch me watch a movie. That's going to be for now. Rather than a watch along, it's a watch me watch a movie. But yeah, hopefully it's still fun. Yeah, you know, hopefully it's still fun, and you know, we'll still interact, and you know, we'll see how it goes. And like I say, this might be produced for the next maybe some weeks or so. Try and get through these movies, and I think some of these movies that have been recommended they're not all. Some of them I'm pretty sure you can get for. You can either watch for free or whatever. So maybe not all of them are going to be watch me watch a movie. Some of them might still be watch alongs as well. But yeah, there'll be a few watch me watch a movies over the next weeks or so. But yeah, you know, we're still gonna have some fun. I guess I can't promise that, to be fair. there's a lot we're doing differently today, but hopefully we're still gonna have some fun. There you go. I never heard of it before. I'm learning stuff tonight. Oh, indeed. especially if you don't drink a lot. Because I just figured it just stays. I mean, I knew it doesn't stay fresh forever. I mean, I'm not that, but I figured it stays. You know, it's like cereal. It kind of just like lasts a long time. That's what I thought. That you don't gotta refreeze it. Just put it in the cupboard and you're good. Like, you know, like cereal, rice, pasta. You know what I mean? You just kind of just leave it alone and it stays good for a long time. That's what I thought it was like. I probably should check the dates. Actually, I probably should look up the use by dates on the coffee that I'm buying. Maybe maybe that's not quite the case. Maybe I'm already drinking some rotten coffee and I don't even realize it. Do you drink it straight? That's so good. Yeah, so I tend to drink it, yeah, black, no sugar, nothing like that, no added anything, just straight. I think is that what straight means, by the way? I'm assuming that's what straight means. But yeah, I drink it like that, just no sugar, no milk. Yeah. I was gonna buy it, but my card isn't working. I would have used All's Faces, but you know, that's so good, so good. To be honest, with this film might not be worth the £4. To be honest, I mean, I've not seen it. I'm watching this for the first time. I would say that there's a possibility this film is not worth the £4. So maybe it's a good thing that your card isn't working. I'm just saying, just maybe. Whereas we'll find out in a little while. We'll press play in a moment. You can still try and have a laugh. Exactly. Black, no sugar is how it's supposed to be drunk. Pet insurance. I actually used to work at a pet insurance company up until about, about 7-8 years ago now. I left a little while back. It's been a while since I left, but yeah, I used to work at a pet insurance company. Worked there I worked at the company for about 5.5 years. I wasn't always in the pet insurance section. There was a period of time where I was in a different part of the company. But yeah, most of my time at the company, I was in the pet insurance section. And yeah, I used to talk to people. They'd call up, you know, when their pet's been injured, when little fluffies ran out onto the road and got hit by a car or something like that, and they'll call up and, you know, and ask about the insurance and what they're covered for and that sort of stuff. And yeah, did that for some years. Eventually got promoted to deputy manager. Was it? Yeah, deputy manager they called it. So it's like halfway between. It's not quite a full-on manager, but then it's like above, I guess, like the sort of call center staff. So it's like halfway in between. And I mean, for the most part, I'd say it was a decent job. It wasn't exactly a good company. Actually, no. Let me be fair. The company itself, like the actual, you know, company itself, wasn't too bad. But certainly, quite a few of the people around at the time were a little bit unsavory, shall we say? And yeah, we'll leave that there. It was I had some good experiences there. Met some cool people. Some people who I'm still in contact with today, actually. But yeah, definitely a few people who were. Well, the less said about them, the better. Welcome to the coffee journey. Yeah, indeed. I enjoyed this movie. I would buy it regardless. It was on Prime when I saw it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So in that case, if you've seen this for free when it was on Prime, and you'd still would be willing to pay to see it again, I guess that says something good about this film. So maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking it's going to be. Just maybe. But in any case, I'm press play on this movie. By the way, I'm guessing nobody has it. That's fine. But if you do have it, it's cool. I'm gonna do a countdown, and let me switch over to this screen. I don't think this one has subtitles, by the way, because I usually have a box here so the subtitles show through. But I don't think this movie has subtitles, so it might just be blank there. But oh, it's bad, but I like bad. Fair enough. Fair enough. In that case, let's see how bad this movie is. It's called Rubber. It is. Actually, let me get a quick blurb read. Actually, let me get a quick blurb read. So this is directed by Quentin Dupieux. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. The anti-hero of this weird and violent movie is a rubber tire called Robert. Abandoned, it achieves consciousness, then telekinetic powers, and embarks on a horrifying desert killing spree, leaving a trail of exploding heads and dismembered bodies. In case it's not obvious, I can't read, by the way. I can't read. Not very well, at least, anyway. But anyway, let's press play on this. Let's press play on this. So let me continue that. Let me enlarge that. And for anybody who might have it, or anybody who might be watching this stream later on, and you've got it lined up on 0, I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, play. So 3, 2, 1, play. Let's see what we're working with here, huh? I do like bad movies. I feel like bad movies can be the best movie sometimes, but it depends, of course. Like, there's like a certain type of bad. I mean, there's bad where it's like, ugh, like just boring or rubbish. Like, there's that kind of bad. But then there's a type of bad where it's so bad it's good, you know. And those are the types of bad movies I like. And some movies, they don't necessarily do it deliberately. They're trying to make a good film, and it just comes out that way, and that's cool. But then there's other movies that they very purposefully know what they're doing, like Sharknado, which is awesome. They're very purposefully making that kind of cheesy B movie. They just embrace it for what it is, and yeah, those are great. But let's see here. This is called Rubber. Got some cheers on screen right now. I was on about these kind of movies with my sis the other day, and apparently I'm weird for enjoying them. I don't think it's weird. I think there's a lot of people who like bad movies like that. You know, I think there's definitely, like, one of the most popular bad movies is a film called The Room. If you've not seen that might be worth looking up. But yeah, that gets memed a lot. In fact, it's so popular, they made a film about that. Like, there's a film with, what's his face? James Franco. He made a film about The Room, about the making of the film. A film about making The Room. But yeah, that film is terrible. But it's so bad, it's you know what I mean, it's entertainingly terrible. Another popular bad movie is what's it called? Who Killed Captain Alex, which is a Ugandan film. And to be fair, that film was made during a war, during a wartime, during like their country was in conflict, like violent conflict, and they made this film during that time. Why is the alien brown? This guy's just asking some weird questions. Well, not even weird, really. They really can. You have had crap day. They make you laugh. Well, this shit stick on a bad movie lines up your mood. I've seen The Room. Oh, nice. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. That's actually true. Actually, life doesn't always have a lot of reason to it. He's explaining the movie. The film we're about to see is an homage to the No Reason. All right. Sounds like they're embracing what they're doing. I guess it's one of these ones where they know they're not trying to make a good movie. It's just he gets into the trunk of a car for no reason. No reason. Why does this film exist? No reason. We're how long's this film, by the way? Let's see. It's not very long actually. It's about an hour 15 minutes, and we're about 5 minutes into it, and barely anything has happened. It's not got a lot of time. It probably shouldn't be wasting that time with nothingness. I paid £4 for this. It was either $3.50 to rent or £4 to buy. I figured extra 50p, may as well buy it, right? Steven Spinella. Even Arse face like this movie, and he doesn't even really watch movies. Okay. Well, this movie's getting some credentials. David Bowie. Not David Bowie, by the way, just David Bowie. There's a lot of names coming up on the screen. Still nothing's happened yet, by the way. It's not a long movie, and they're wasting a lot of time on nothing. I guess what I said at the beginning, no reason. This film is an homage to the No Reason. They explained that already. Why are they taking so long to start the film when they don't have a lot of time for the film? No reason. You can't even buy a pack of crisps for 50p nowadays. You can. They're not usually the good crisps though. Like, you just get a crappy tiny, like, Space Invaders or whatever they call, like them ones. The ones that have been sitting on the shelf for like 5 years. Like, those are the ones you get. You ain't getting nothing good. I'm still trying to get him to watch the new Scream movie. Yeah, I want to see that too, actually. But I want to watch the previous ones again. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them. Possibly, maybe one I haven't seen. But yeah, I want to watch them all again and then try and get to that new one. Timing, man, timing. And Space Raiders, they're awesome. Pickled onion is the best. You know what, Sam? I think you might be on your own with that opinion. Those are the type of crisps that you eat literally if there's nothing else to eat. Like, they are nobody's first choice. Like, I'd rather eat a salad than eat Space Raiders. I'm just saying, if I had to choose between Space Raiders and lettuce, give me the lettuce. I'll take the lettuce, man. I'll take hummus over Space Raiders. Actually, to be fair, hummus is quite nice. That's not a bad example. I'll take. That's fine. More for me. Yep, have them. Have them. Space Raiders just taste like they've been on the shelf for like 5 years. I don't know if they have been on the shelf for 5 years, or that's just the taste that they go for. But anytime I've had Space Raiders, I'm like, these are not fresh. These have been around for a while. Maybe next time I'll actually check the dates on the packet. It's probably going to say, like, best before 1985. Yo, what up, Brax? Braxton Spirits in the house. Wild one, Brax. How you doing? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining the live stream. We are watching a film called Rubber. Well, I'm watching a film called Rubber. You're watching me watch a film called Rubber. It might be like this for the next some weeks or so, but we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try to have some fun. Watching a ball, not a ball. What do you call it? A whale, a ball. Watching a whale, a rubber tire, just rolling on. This is not a long film, and it's wasting so much time on nothingness. Why? No reason. New Scream is awesome. It's the most brutal of the franchise. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Yeah, Sam, Space Raiders are so wholesome. Oh, you like them as well? Oh, man. You ever go to like a family function or any kind of, say, party or whatever, right? And you know when they put like a whole bunch of crisps on a tray and you don't know which flavor is which? You just see a whole bunch of crisps on the tray. One of the reasons why I don't eat the crisps is because you don't know which one the Space Raiders are. Actually, no, to be fair, you wouldn't know because they kind of look like aliens. That was a bad joke. Never mind. That was a bad joke. I should have thought about that joke. It didn't come out well because I just realized Space Raiders were a different shape. So yeah, that just wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. Never mind. I was trying to make a joke and I just realized how bad that joke was. It didn't work. Oh well. But even still, Space Raiders are disgusting. Even still. Bad joke aside, Space Raiders are disgusting. It's cool as of now, and sure thing, the day is gonna end up a night with severe weather. Oof. Well, hopefully not too severe. Speaking of severe weather, though, we had some crazy weather. Was it on Friday? All right, England peeps for the moment. I think it was Friday. Did you guys get some dirty rain on Friday? If it was a Friday, or maybe it was maybe late last week anyway. But one day there was some dirty rain. Apparently it was like sand coming over from the Sahara or something. But I remember I came out and I look at my car. Raw. This rubber tire got magic powers, just like broke the beer bottle, you know. But I come out, look at my car, and this is like, and it just like, it was all dirt, like just covered all over the car. And I'm looking around, everyone else's car is just covered in the same thing. And then it's like, I went down to the car wash, and there was a long queue at the car wash. Because everyone's trying to get their cars clean from whatever dirty rain. I mean, rain's dirty anyway, but. Okay, so Sam didn't get it up in Hull. Al, did you get some dirty rain down in Peterborough on Friday or late last week? I can't remember if it was definitely Friday, but it was late last week. There was some dirty rain. Did you get some of that down in Peterborough? Or was it just us London folk that were getting it? Yeah, there's a slight, moderate, and enhanced risk. Oof. Be safe out there, man. Be safe. And if you can't be safe, then be good. Okay, no, that made no sense. If you can't be good at it. So this rubber is just like going around destroying stuff because it feels like it. I guess I could understand because like rubbers just get used and discarded. You know what I'm saying? Like people just like they put it on, they use it, take it off, throw it someplace. It's probably like, hey, don't treat me like that. I have feelings too. They should make a part 2 to this about an actual condom that just goes around killing people, like a used condom that just gains consciousness and just kills people. That's what I want to see. Rubber 2. Who's gonna protect you from the protection? That could be the tagline. With just obviously don't like you Londoners for real, man. But yeah, it was some dirty rain, man. Like I mean, what I heard, it was like something to do with sand from the Sahara or something like that. I don't know if that's what actually happened, but that's the explanation that I heard. That some sand came over. I guess it was like, I don't know, in the wind or whatever, and it just came in the rain, and then when it fell, you know, all like your cars and everything else, and anything just got all this muddy, dirty, everything, and it's like, okay. Let me go get this cleaned before that's a problem. I ain't trying to have that stain my car or nothing. This is weather tornado season again. Here in the south, the season for bad weather is in spring, fall. So you have seasons for tornadoes where you at, mate? You actually have like tornado seasons, like times of the year where it's just normal to have tornadoes. That's a thing. Tornado seasons. Ugh. Hope everything okay indeed. This guy's just stealing money out of sleeping people. Ask. So these people are just watching a rubber. A used rubber. It happens anyways in this day and age. Well, ain't that the truth? Or is he going to kill that rabbit? Is that even a rabbit? What? Yeah, it's a rabbit. It's a rabbit. Ain't you going to kill the rabbit, is he? Oh, is he going to kill Bugs? No, don't kill Bugs. Bugs ain't do nothing. Oof. The tire got tired of looking at the rabbit and blew him up. Oh, mate. Okay, now that he's done the rabbit, I need to, like, kill all those people that spawn on him now. Or her. I guess I shouldn't say him. I shouldn't assume gender. It's a tire after all. It's an it. Yeah. So. It is for weather like that here up in the Midwestern states. The tornado season there is in the summer. That part of the country gets the ones that put on record. Man. So you must have like tornado drills and like, I don't know, like meet spots and things like that, like what to do, where to go, who to call, in case something happens, go here, in case this happens, go there. Oh, he's gonna kill the woman. Got saved. Or did she? Why do people drive out on these roads that seemingly are just in the middle of nowhere? Like, Brax, I gotta assume that these types of roads actually exist in America, where you have these long roads that go through deserts with like no service station, no shops or nothing for miles. I mean, I have to assume that these types of roads actually exist, but it's like, why would you drive on them? You know, like, why? Oh, he's gonna kill the crow. Oof, mate, this guy, man, this guy, this tire. Okay, there was a service station at least. Fair enough, fair enough. This one has a service station, but usually when you watch these movies, or when I watch these movies, it's like there's no service station. Those shops are just the longest. And people just drive these raggedy old cars through these, like, long desert roads. I mean, if you're going to drive through a desert road, like, firstly, like, make sure your car works. You know what I mean? Make sure it's, like, recently serviced. That you've got lots of fuel. You know, get some jerry cans. This guy saved her life. She doesn't even know. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be driving through some long desert road and, like, not plan that out, and then driving some raggedy old car that breaks down constantly and think you're going to be okay. I'm just saying. Maybe this one isn't the example of that, but I have seen movies where they do that sort of thing. You just think, dude, why are you being dumb? It's not like you were in any kind of emergency. You planned that trip. You clearly did not plan it well. Get your car checked. You know what I mean? Get your car checked. Oh, this guy's gonna. Tire's gonna kill the old man. The tire's gonna kill the tired old man. Yeah, and yeah, schools in that part of country and down here, there's those types of drills. Oof. Those out here, if you come across a gas station, it will be 9 times out of 10. It will be abandoned, and up and running station will be some miles away. Oh. And people drive through them. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oof! Yo! Nah. I guess the police responded to an emergency, so they ain't got time to notice there's a tire literally rolling down the street by itself. So the closest we have to roads like that, we do have similar sorts of roads in the UK. We have these long sort of country roads that we have, but even then, it's like you wouldn't go maybe, I don't know. Well, the longest I guess I've seen is maybe about 4 or 5 miles or so where you get to a main road. So you're never really that far away from, like, you know, shops and service stations and stuff like that sort of thing. Even still, those I don't like those roads. I don't like driving on those roads. They're usually really thin and bumpy, and they're not really paved properly. But yeah, they're never, at least not that I've seen, like just some long, ridiculously long road with just nothing for just like ages. He's a used rubber. Can he get a hard on watching a woman get changed? I'm just guess we'll find out. We'll find out. Does a tire even care about that sort of stuff? But can they see the woman though? Because the woman's inside the house. How can they see her ass? Like, blowjob. It's not a Walkman, it's a medical gizmo. You know what it's called herself. Those are also called ghost towns. Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. I can believe that. There's no one around. I guess, like, you wouldn't even really suspect, like, a tire or spine on you while you get changed, but yeah, maybe don't leave your front door open, though. So Ty's watching a workout video now. Alright. But the door's shut. Surely they can't see through the house. Well, like the guy said in the beginning, no reason. Well, there are actually ghost towns here in the south and in the Midwest. When you say actual ghost towns, are you talking about ghosts, like ooh, ghosts, or you mean like just ghost towns in terms of like just deserted areas? Speaking of ghosts, though, I'm up to episode 8? No, 7. I watched episode 7 of season 2 of Buffy. So, I haven't watched episode 8 yet, but I watched episode 7. It's the last one I watched of season 2. Where that guy wanted to be a vampire. And he tried to set Buffy up, but, well, that wasn't going to work. Guy's keeping a turkey in his house just because. No reason. You know, there's no point questioning anything in this movie anymore because they literally said everything in the beginning. It's an homage to no reason. It exists to celebrate no reason. So anything that doesn't make sense, it's just what it is. No reason. And their actual place is abandoned and non-abandoned. That unknown to being haunted. Okay, especially with the dark past of the South. I see. The haunted house. You serious? Oh wait, it is cooked though. I thought it was uncooked for a second, but no, they at least cooked it. I'm guessing they're hungry. Just guessing they're hungry. I might be wrong, but I'm guessing. Somebody at home. Do you have the shower running? Or was that the rubber? The rubber's taking a shower. I mean, you gotta be clean, right? You might be a used tire, but don't mean you don't get to. Don't mean you don't get to stay clean. How much money did he give him? Because I mean, this is 2010. That didn't look like it was enough for a pizza. I don't see exactly how much, but it didn't look like he gave him that much money. Ooh. Oosh. So I'm guessing this rubber is like a man's soul or whatever got trapped inside a tire, because the way he spun on these girls. Ooh, that's the wrong one. It's this one I wanted to do. The way he spun on these girls. I was like, no, that's a dude. That's a dude. This guy's just walking through the middle of nowhere, you know, just because, right? Backpacking. You got a hitchhike on a bicycle, you mad? Oh. What a waste of perfectly good pizza. Man, that's just cruel. I don't care, that's just cruel. But what do they eat? Will you kill them all with that turkey? Man, this tire ain't playing. That guy was eating a pizza. Ish. Ty's gonna kill Hawaiian shirt, dude. Oh, I don't think Ty likes that very much. Throwing it around like it's nothing. Oh, that tightness is catching up. Oh. It's about 35 minutes of this movie left. I think I need more bodies. I need more bodies exploding. A lot more. This might not go so well. Oh. It's a weird ass bill, man. I swear. What did I miss? I had to make a conversation with Elle because she has been away for the weekend and just come back. I hope Elle's doing alright. Welcome back, Elle. Well, the boy went to get pizza. He put a dead bird on the pizza. This cop was telling them all that it's fake, and he got the other cop to shoot him to prove that it's all fake. But it turns out the body is actually real. It's a weird film. And now he's telling us just to forget everything he just said. He just confused all of them. It's a weird ass film, man. It really is. The tire might take them both out. Oof. To answer your question on that Buffy at the frat party episode, yeah, fraternities here be going hard as fuck. Especially the black fraternities. There's been stories of 16-year-olds with 21-year-old. She's good. She's loved up at spend the weekend with her girlfriend's house. Oh, to be young and in love. What's a time? What's a time? But yeah, because I've seen the fraternities on like American TV shows, and it seems like it is like, you know, people take those things seriously, like proper seriously, like people are loyal to their fraternities. That's the impression that I get from watching it, at least anyway. And I've seen ones like their HBSU? Is that right? HBSU? But yeah, they showed one in like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where, they do like the marching dance and stuff like that. And Beyonce had it at a concert one time. But I'm guessing that's a real thing as well. Like that whole kind of like top dog. We don't have that over here. The closest we have to fraternities over here are gangs. But y'all got gangs over there too, so it's like, okay. Fraternities are a thing in the States, but even in high school, I had zero interest in them. In the state Georgia, if it's that way still. 16, a person doesn't need parental consent to marriage. Yeah, I think that's the same over here as well. Like 16 is the age of consent over here. So yeah, legally, you know, speaking, you can do it. You can be 16 and date a much older person if you want to. But generally, at least as far as I can tell, it's not the normal thing that happens. Like, you very rarely would see a 16-year-old with a 21-year-old. HCBU, okay. HCBU, cool, appreciate that, man. You have gangs, weed, and knife crime, you know, normal stuff. Yeah, pretty much. That's what we have. We don't have fraternity. We just got gangs, weed, and knife crime. That's what we got over here. Ugh. It's a problem, man. It's a problem. Oh, right here, man. Ugh. Ugh. But yeah. If you was a 16, if you was a 21-year-old guy dating a 16-year-old girl, you'll probably hear some things about that. You'd probably hear some things. Well, to be honest, if he was a 21 girl trying to date a 6-year-old dude, you'd probably hear some things too. Yeah, but it's not like that in the rest of the country. Sure thing, dude. I know in your country the legal age for drinking is 16, along with Sharia. Legal age for drinking is 18. So yeah, we have some weird rules in the UK. You can start having sex at 16. You can't drink or vote until you're 18. And I think smoking just got moved to 18 in the last few years. It used to be 16. But I think in the last few years they moved smoking to 18. You can't ride a 500cc motorbike or higher until you're 21. And you can't watch porn until you're 18. You can have sex at 16, but you can't watch porn until you're 18. To be fair, that one might make sense actually. That rule might make sense. Sounds a bit weird, but yeah, now I'm thinking about it, that maybe that one actually makes sense. Oh, eesh. You can't get married till you're 18, though. I think that the rule is about marriage. You can't get married till you're 18 unless you have like parental consent. Like if your parents sign off on it, then you can get married younger. But outside of that, you can't get married until you're 18. So this guy just killed his brother, is what he's saying then. Nutter. Why did he eat the food? He must have known there was poison or something. Yeah, I eat that. Yo, Ken. Wagwan, Ken. How's you doing, man? Ken Greenhall. Sonic Atomic Boom. Ugh. The chat is dense with text. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Keep chatting, man. Let me know what's up. We're watching a film called Rubber. Well, I'm watching a film called Rubber, I should say. You're watching me watch a film called Rubber. It's about a tire that kills people. Literally, like it's a tire, a car tire that kills people. It kills people, animals, and destroys stuff. It is an homage to No Reason. That's how they described this movie in the beginning. You saw this? Okay, so you know it. What'd you think of it? 18 is the legal age to vote here. Vaping, buying was moved to 21. I think the legal age for smoking is still 18. You can join the military at 18. Some clubs are 18 and up, but 21 to drink. Yeah, most clubs in the UK are 18 and over. There's a few that do 21 and over. Not too many, but yeah, most clubs in the UK read 18 and over. I guess most stuff is 18 and over, really. Most things are 18 and over. There's a few that go to 21, but legally speaking, most things are 18 and over. And then, yeah, just like 16 with the age of consent, and yeah. It is weird. It is a weird film, that's for sure. Oh, excuse me. It's a weird ass movie. Film ain't no damn sense at all, but hey, I don't think it's supposed to. I don't think they were trying to make a film that made sense. So I don't drink, right? And when I went to Canada, I heard that they have these clubs that don't serve alcohol, and I thought, okay, that sounds pretty cool since I don't drink anyway. I never went, by the way, to a club that doesn't serve alcohol, and the reason for that is because, as cool as it sounded when I first heard it, I kind of realized afterwards, or found out afterwards, that they don't serve alcohols because they let anybody in, or any age in. As in, you could be like young and go to those places, like young and go to those places. And I just thought, you know what? Let me not put myself in a let me not put myself in a predicament. Let me not put myself in a situation where an accident could happen. You know what I mean? Let me not do that. Let me not put myself in a position where I might talk to the wrong person. Like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Let me just go to a regular club and get me an orange juice. I'll just do that. I'll just stick to that. I actually have a film for you. It's just come on Prime. It's called Landmine Goes Click. Okay. I'll write that down. Maybe get to that eventually. Landmine Goes Click. That sounds intense, actually. Doesn't have to make sense. Just enjoy the ride, indeed. Not everything has to make sense. Some things just make dollars. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All ages, they tend to play lay music here in Canada at those clubs. Click, 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 boom. Yeah. I ain't trying to do that. But yeah, I don't think we have those types of clubs in the UK. Not that I know of, anyway. I mean, you have, of course, like parties that younger people can go to, but in terms of like clubs, like, nah, I don't think. Well, not that I know of, like I said. How did you find about this movie? The lady above that that text is how I found out about this movie. The lady above what you just typed is how I found out about this movie. Yeah, I watched 4 movies this past weekend. Dune 1984, Dune 2021, Army of the Dead, Lost Vegas, and Invictus. Okay, Invictus, I've seen that. And I've seen the Army of the Dead. That's a Sam Raimi movie from way back in the day. No. That's Army of Darkness. It's a Sam Raimi movie. I've not seen Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead is was that a Netflix movie with Dave Bautista? I watched a bad one with Denzel Washington called Virtuosity. Virtuosity. That must be an old school movie. I don't think I know that movie. This whole movie makes no sense. This guy's saying, oh, the scenes makes no sense. $19.95. Before Denzel became a big star. Or maybe just before he became a big star, because Malcolm X would have been around about that time. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's the one with Batista. Okay, yeah. Theo Rossi, Tig Notaro, another actor. I know his face, not his name. I think he was a big star because he already had an Oscar win and a nomination as well. Okay, so Malcolm X was after. Sorry, was before Virtuosity. Okay, fair enough. I watched House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and Green Inferno. All I've seen, but felt like a rewatch. Yeah, sometimes you gotta. Yeah, I did see Army of the Dead on Netflix. Yeah, with Dave Bautista and yeah, those guys. It's a cool movie. Well, I watched that when they released it, I guess, last year sometime. But yeah, it's a cool movie. Got some cool scenes in there. Some cool action. And I liked, I thought the ending was really cool as well, where it finished. Speaking of movies, I watched a few movies myself. I watched Encanto. What else did I watch? I watched a film called on Netflix called The Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds, and that was a great film. That was an excellent film. If you didn't see The Adam Project, I definitely recommend that. That was superb. Yeah, man, cool. Seeing that and Evil Dead. Oh right, yeah. Boomstick. I don't think House of a Thousand Corpses gets enough love. Ooh, got the wheelchair guy. Now rubber is well, not just a rubber. Rubber and metal now. I don't know if I've seen House of a Thousand Corpses actually. I don't think I've ever seen it. I probably should have by now, but I don't think I have. Watching Encanto on Saturday with the kids. It's a nice movie. I really liked Encanto. I really enjoyed it actually. It was I mean, Abuela, you know, she's kind of a bitch. Let's be honest. Like, Abuela was and no, we don't talk about Bruno. Well, let me not give away that story in case anyone ain't seen it. Let me not spoil it or nothing like that. But yeah, I'm just saying there's some levels to that film though still. Does a tire explode in this movie? No, it got shot, but it never exploded. House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects was good too. You know, a case like happened here in America from the 1960s through the late 70s. Yeah, I guess a lot of these movies are based on things that actually happened. A lot of time we might not even realize. So Rob Zombie film, House of a Thousand Corpses. Rob Zombie. Yeah, I think that was his directorial debut, actually, wasn't it? What kind of career Jesse Smollett will have now that he is out of prison? Probably not much. I doubt too many people looking to him hire him as an actor right now. I mean, I'm sure somebody would. You know, there's always work going. It's just whether you can get it or not. And to be, there's another one, another tire. You know, I think there's another one. Oh, there's a whole army of these things now. Oh, they about to cause some trouble. Do you think he would do a movie like Rubber? Well, movies like Rubber might be his only options, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I think somebody would hire him. I mean, he's got a name for himself, and I guess you could use it as a, hey, you know, Jesse Smollett stars in something or other, and maybe somebody want to see it just for the sake of watching whatever movie he does next. But I doubt he'd be in any big Hollywood projects anytime soon. But hey, never say never. Was that the Ed Gein story, Brax? Free From Hell was slightly disappointing though. Maybe he do a movie like Beyond the Seventh Door Part 2. Maybe. Jesse Smollett. Beyond the Seventh Door Part 2. The one you've all been waiting for. The movie that nobody asked for, actually. Jesse Smollett stars in a film that nobody wants to see. But now you're curious to watch it because he's in it. Just saying. It'd be called Beyond the Eighth Door. It could still be called Beyond the Seventh Door. You know, just like another set of 7 doors, I guess. Well, that was oh wait, we're not over yet. It's just that was Rubber, and that film was terrible. You know what? I think a film like this ultimately does what it wanted to do. Like from the very beginning, they set up the movie, they let you know what they're trying to do, and they did what they wanted to do, which was make a film that doesn't really make any sense. They said at the beginning about, you know, no reason and that whole thing. So they really did do what they wanted to do, which is make a movie that's just a bit silly, bit dumb, bit of gore. And yeah, I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. Did you see his crazy courtroom? I did not know. I wasn't really following that whole thing too much. Well, at all, really. Yeah, his first movie, movie snobs won't like Rob Zombie style film spoiler. I enjoy it. Ain't a fan of his take on the Halloween films though. The thing about the movie snob types is you can't really take their opinions too seriously or anything, because, like, I mean, look, everyone's entitled to their viewpoints, of course. I ain't trying to say that, but if you're the type of person who decides there's only one way to make a movie, or there's only a certain set of ways to make a movie, it's like, bro, come on, man. That is literally going against the foundation of what art is that you experiment, you try different things. And sure, not everything is going to be a great idea, not everything's going to work, or not everything's whatever, right? But to decide that it's an invalid way to make a film just because it doesn't fit into a traditional storytelling narrative or whatever, then nah. Allow them people, man. Those type of people who say things like Citizen Kane's such an amazing film just because that's what you're supposed to say. They either haven't seen it or they lying. Because if you've seen Citizen Kane, then bruh, yeah. That film boring. Let me tell you that. Anytime you see these people talk about the greatest films of all time, always somebody mentions Citizen Kane. That film boring. And I ain't even saying from a, like, it's actually just boring. Like, there's literally nothing. It's a 2-hour film where nothing happens. Anyway, I'm just kind of going for the tangent a little bit because, like, yeah, this movie snob guys. People who try to act like they know what they're talking about, but they don't. They don't. Now we're going to see Adventures in Babysitting 1987. That's on the list. It might be a while though, because there's a bunch of movies before it. So stay tuned. But yeah, we're going to do movie nights weekly, at least for the next while, and then see how it goes from there. So it's on the list. I don't know, 6-7 weeks. I'm not sure I'm counting that right, but it'd be a while. It'd be a while before you get to that. Have we been talking about that film for almost a year? I'm not sure we have, you know. Or have we? My bad. Leatherface is based off of him. Loads of movies based on him, Brax. A number of them. So what this was it? Ed Gein? What's it called? Ed Gein? Apparently, a bunch of movies are based on him. I keep bringing it up. You might be the only one, Ken. You might be the only one bringing up that movie, to be honest with you. You might be the only one, but it's so good. I could appreciate it. If you like a movie, you like a movie. But yeah, it is on the list. It is on the list, but it's a bunch of stuff on that list. So we'll see when we get to that. Next week, it's Mississippi Burning. That's the movie for next week. Let me see if this one is available anywhere. Or is this going to be another... Okay, so this one, if you have, if you have the MGM service with Amazon, which I do not, then it's available to watch for free with that. Other than that, it's either $3.50 to rent or £6 to buy. Like I say, I don't mind buying it. I don't mind doing that. I'm not going to ask anybody to pay for it. If you decide to do that, it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to ask anybody to do it, but of course I ain't going to tell you what to do with your money either. You might not. I mean, you might be like me. You might not mind spending money on films that could turn out to be crap. I generally don't mind if the price is relatively low. I don't mind spending money on a film that could turn out to be crap. I don't mind that. But I appreciate some people do mind. Some people don't want to spend any amount of money on a film that could be crap. So yeah. But Rubber, I paid £4 for it. Is it worth £4? Probably not. Probably not. But I feel like, to be fair, it's yeah, I mean, it's not a great film in the classic sense of the word. I will say that's a great film in the sense that they set out to do what they wanted to do. Like, if you consider achieving something as a sign of success and, you know, greatness, then they did that. They clearly set out to make a film that didn't make sense, you know, and they did that. They clearly did that. So it maybe doesn't fit into the traditional way of telling a story and having a plot and having a resolver of that whole thing. It's just like, yeah, but they did what they wanted to do. So yeah, can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that, you know. Yeah, can't be mad at that at all. Alright, so yeah, Mississippi Burning is only available on Amazon as far as I can see. From 1988, Mississippi Burning starring Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, directed by Alan Parker. But yeah, this could be another watch a movie ones. Actually, one sec. Let me see this film. How long is it? Oh, it's just, okay, it's fine. Like just over 2 hours, so that's not too bad. But yeah, if you want to, I ain't going to tell you what to do with your monies. But if you'd rather not, I totally understand. And yeah, we could still come, have some fun. Hopefully have some fun today, actually. What did you think of this? Like, not being able to see the film. I mean, well, you can't see the film anyway, because, you know, copyrights, whatever. But not watching the film along. Did you find it okay? Was you still having fun? You know, let me know. Feedback is appreciated. Maybe there's something I can do to make it more visually appealing. I might have to look into that sort of thing. If I can't, if it's not going to be a watch along, then maybe there's something I can do to make it a little bit more visually appealing. It's a good movie and very popular. Yeah, Ed Gein, Leatherface was created from him. Avengers the Babysitting is not crap. It's the ultimate teen movie of the 80s, next to Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller. Well, I mean, putting next to Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller, those are... I mean, I hope you know, when you put it next to, especially Breakfast Club, if you're saying it's up there with a Breakfast Club, you're setting expectations pretty high. You understand that, yeah? You know, Ferris Bueller's I like Ferris Bueller. I ain't trying to knock Ferris Bueller. I'm just saying, especially the Breakfast Club. If you're putting it up there with Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller, and especially put it up there with Breakfast Club, you'll set expectations very high. So if that film is like anything less than just, I'm just saying, you're setting expectations pretty high. Now, if that's what you want to do, then cool. Set them expectations. But you gotta know, you are setting expectations pretty high right now. Because I try to not have expectations when I watch movies. I try to just let the movie do what it does. But you're putting it up there with The Breakfast Club. You understand? The Breakfast Club is one of the greatest films of all time. No cap. So if you put it up there with The Breakfast Club, you set expectations pretty high. It's up there with those movies. Those are the most identified teen movies of the 80s. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. I've seen Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller. I've not seen Avengers the Babysitter. At least I don't think I have. If I have, then I don't remember it. But I don't think I've seen it. But yeah, definitely seen Breakfast Club. That's a great film. Ferris Bueller I've seen as well. Really enjoyed that film too. tonight. It didn't bother me. I'm too tired to focus on a movie anyway. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Maybe next week we'll get. We'll see how it goes then. I'll try and do something where at least the visuals are a bit more, because I can't show the movie, of course. Y'all know that. But I think I'll see if I could do something that at least makes what you see on screen, you know, something. I mean, I know I'm like a super handsome dude that everybody just loves to stare at, but you know, I'll try and do some other stuff as well, because I can't just rely completely on my looks. It's just not. It's just not right, isn't it? It's just not right. So let me let me try and do something else. But let me try and think of some things. I'm not saying I definitely will, because I need to think of things, what I can do for starters. So let me try and think of something and then do that. Or if anybody has any ideas, actually, if anybody has any ideas or things I could have on screen and stuff like that. But yeah. There's a scene in there. They always play it on TV, but in the UK it's called A Night on the Town. A Night on the Town. You know, let me look this move on the movie database real quick to see if it rings any doorbells. Speaking of 80s, add The Return of the Living Dead and The Return of the Living Dead Part 2 to your lists. Oh, this list's getting longer and longer, isn't it? Where's my thing gone? There we go. We ain't never gonna complete these lists, but we'll see. Return of the... Wait, Return of the Living Dead, is that one of the, I think I might have seen that, you know. Wait, Return of the Living Dead of the... Actually, no, I don't think I have. You said Return of the Living Dead and the Part 2. No, I don't think I have. Because that wouldn't be part of the George A. Romero series, would it? Alright, let's see here. Let's see what we've got looking at. So what's it called? A Night on the Town. Adventures in Babysitting with Elizabeth Shue. Directed by Chris Columbus, who went on to do Harry Potter. No, I don't think I've seen this one. If I have, it's not ringing any bells, man. Maybe it came on TV and it passed my eyes, but I can't say it's looking familiar. I like 80s movie and I've never heard of it. Just look up both titles, the American one and the UK one. Well, I mean, it's on a movie database, so that's the same. It goes to the same place. Oh, you can't even see right now. One sec. Let me take this thing off. So yeah, if you type it in any title in the movie database, it will come to the same movie because it lists what it's known as well in other countries. So Adventures in Babysitting, also known as such and such. So whichever title you search, it will find the same movie, which is this 987 Elizabeth Shue. So yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio is in this movie. Okay. Yeah, very sexy, Kev. You make it hard to focus, but then again, that could be the tiredness. I'm sexy when you're tired. Okay, cool. That's good to know. when ladies are tired, I'm sexy. I'm gonna have to try and use that to my advantage. Actually, no, that sounded so wrong. I just realized how bad that sounded. Never mind. I just realized how bad that sounded. That sounded so wrong. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean what it sounded like, and I do realize what it sounded like now. It's just current to me what I just said and how it sounded. I didn't mean how it sounded. It's live, man. It's live. And it's about to get longer. That's the one of the zombies saying their brains. Now Romero didn't direct those. Also add the return of the Living Dead Necropolis. Is that like a third one? Is that like part 3? Necropolis. That sounds. What's that to do with dead bodies? You know what? I might have to. Necropolis. I might have to stop the recommendations for a while, because there's like what? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. 1 sec. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 movies on the list right now. So that's 13 weeks at least, which is what? Over 3 months. We've got over 3 months worth of movies already. So yeah, let me leave the recommendations for a moment, and then we'll see from there. Let me just leave it like this for now, and then we'll maybe come back to some afterwards. We'll see. Have you seen the Green Inferno, Brax, about the cannibal tribe? Next time Kev is on the pool, give them a sleeper pill. Slip something in their drink. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know if anybody watching this can't tell that when I'm joking. Sometimes my humor is pretty bad. I know this. Listen, yeah. Sometimes I think of jokes that afterwards I think to myself, that's so bad. That's so bad. Like, you ever have these moments where you're about to type something on Twitter or whatever social network, right? And you just kind of think to yourself, you know what? Nah, that's a bit too much. Maybe I should, nah. There's also Return of the Living Dead Part 3. Oh, there's loads of those movies, by the sounds of it then. Rave to the Grave, but they weren't that good, so I didn't recommend them to you. Well, this is good enough, in my opinion. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I'll see the others at some other time, but yeah. We've got to watch the good ones first. Well, the good ones according to Brax, at least. It's a part of a franchise, I think. It's the 4th film. Okay. Let me come over here. Let me dance for a little bit. Do they have They have Top Boy in America, right? Well, you got Netflix, so you have Top Boy. So there's a show in the UK. Well, it's a UK show, I should say, but it's on Netflix. So you'd have it in America if you've got Netflix, or anywhere where you have Netflix, you'd have it. It's called Top Boy. It's been running for a while. Netflix took it over, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago. But all episodes, all seasons are available on Netflix. Every single season is available on Netflix if you search Top Boy there. And the 4th season just got released a few days back, and I ended up binge watching the whole thing. So for anybody who don't know about Top Boy, and if you're interested in what's going on here? Why you treat me so bad, huh? I don't know what this is doing. If you're interested in a TV series that shows another side of London that doesn't get shown so much to the outside world, then Top Boy is a good show for that. It's based around London gangs, or a London gang more specifically. There are other gangs are involved, but it's mostly based around a particular gang. The first couple of seasons are set in an estate, a council estate. That kind of moves on from there, but the council estate does still play a prominent role going forward. But yeah, like the last season, the fourth season they just released, I ended up binge watching all the episodes, and it was incredible. Like I really liked what they did with it. I liked the new characters. I liked what they represented, or at least what I thought they were representing. I thought it was really cool and really clever what they did, and just the story overall was just really gripping, really intense, in the way it kind of resolved them as they revealed things, and it's like, ah. About London life that, like I say, doesn't necessarily get shown so much in the UK. Then this is a show. Start with Top Boy Summer House over here. That's the first two seasons, and then Top Boy over here, which is where Netflix took it over. But this is where it starts. Top Boy Summer House, and then move over to Top Boy over here. But yeah, it's a really good show, so that's what I'm recommending. Fourth season just got released. And Blue Story is also pretty good as well, by the way. If you've not seen Blue Story, I really like Blue Story. It's a similar type of setting to what Top Boy is, kind of based around London gangs. This is a movie though, rather than a series. So yeah, all these definitely recommended. And yeah, yeah. And the Adam Project. If you didn't see the Adam Project, make sure you watch the Adam Project. That was a great film. That was a good movie. That was a great movie. So my jokes either go on Twitter or Instagram. That's why my people care. That's safe from where a bit of dark humor is fine. Just a bit, just a bit. Yeah, never heard of Top Boy. You said US Netflix, so I guess it's available here too. Yeah, it should be available in the US. I assume it's available in the USA because it is a Netflix show. It's not like they it's not like a licensed thing from some other TV network station, whatever. It's a Netflix owned show now. Like Netflix bought it out. They bought out all the rights, so it should be on Netflix. It should be available anywhere where there's Netflix. I would assume, since they don't have to worry about distribution rights or anything, because they actually own the property to it. It's actually produced by Drake. The last couple of seasons, the first two seasons are not produced by Drake, by the way, but the last two seasons, season 3 and season 4, are produced by Drake. But yeah, start with Top Boy Summer House, and then move on to Top Boy. It's a little bit confusing the way they did it, to be honest, but yeah, that's how you watch it. Top Boy Summer House, and then Top Boy. But yeah, great show, man, great show. It gives you a little insight to London life for those who might not know. Oh, I need to watch this actually. You can't even see it's on screen right now. It's called Legend of Korra. So I watched the Avatar Last Airbender last year, and then Legend of Korra is like the next part to that. So I need to get on that at some point. There's also films called Kidulthood and Adulthood, which is based in London, youth, which are good. Yeah, Kidulthood was pretty cool actually. I like Kidulthood. That was 2000 something. I don't know if that's on Netflix. So let's see real quick. Kidulthood is on Netflix actually. So yeah, check out Kidulthood as well. Kidulthood is on Netflix. That doesn't look like the. I don't know if the it says Kidulthood. There was Adulthood, and then the last one Brotherhood. But it looks like only Kidulthood is on Netflix, which is fine. To be honest, I mean they're okay. They're okay. Kidulthood, in my opinion, was the strongest one. In fact, Kidulthood you might want to watch soon, assuming it's available in America or anywhere. It says it's leaving Netflix on the 31st of March. So that's like, what, 10 days. So yeah, maybe watch that one first, because it's might not be around much longer.
might not be around much longer, but yeah, that's a good movie too. I like Kidulthood. Kidulthood was actually filmed near where I used to live. Well, parts of it were filmed near where I used to live in London. So yeah, I recognise a few spots around there. But to be honest, when you a lot of these types of movies, like if you live in London, you'll recognise some of the areas because people who live in London tend to live, at least most people who live in London tend to live more in the, you know, say underfunded parts, right? You know, but if you're like say in other countries where you see London on TV, you're gonna see like Oxford Street, you're gonna see like Harrods, you're gonna see, you know, all that sort of stuff. And that's there, of course, that's all part of London life. But when you live in London, you see more the, or at least most people who live in London, I should say. There are some rich people here too, of course, but most people who live in London will see more of the underfunded parts. And these films and TV shows are set more around that. So yeah, if you live in London, you'll definitely, well, I wouldn't say definitely, but you most likely would recognize some of the spots. But yeah, Kidulthood, yeah, a few spots were filmed there where I used to live. So it's like, all right, I see you, I see you. And even like Top Boy, yeah, I recognize some spots around there where it's like, yeah, okay, that's Deptford. Yeah, yeah, I recognize that. I recognize that. Land Your Country has gangs back in January, February 2011. Snowy, icy night while watching shit on YouTube. Yeah, gangs everywhere. They be gangs up to no good. Gangs doing gangster shees. You should watch Degrassi Next Generation. Yo, what up, Ghoul Fight? Am I saying it right? Guala Fights. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, man like Andrew Sinadra. For those who are don't know about Andrew Sinadra, YouTuber, heavy metal fan, heavy metal explainer, also a wrestling fan and a wrestler explainer, and a comic book fan and a comic book explainer. So yeah, Will Fight Wrestling Huts is where he talks about wrestling, as you might imagine by the name of the channel. But yeah, check out, if you're, I know there's a few heavy metal fans here, so yeah, check out the Andrew Sinadra channel for heavy metal content. Stupid Canadian show. I've heard of it actually, because that's where Drake got his start or something like that, wasn't it? They got Degrassi Next Class on this on Netflix. Oh, Next Generation. My bad. Sorry, it's called Next Generation. Oh, wait, no, it's called Next Class. So what's Next Generation then? Oh, is that two? Oh, it's two different ones. So there's one called Next Class, Next Generation. Okay. I don't know which one Drake was on, but I know he's on one of the Degrassis. Apparently it's a stupid Canadian show anyway, so Master Explainer. Well, the thing is that if you were just like tricking people and just like baiting them to watch your videos, you'd be a master baiter. Yeah. Last time I was in London, I had security watching me in the supermarket. Yeah, that's just normal, to be honest. That's just normal. That is literally normal London life. You walk into a supermarket, they watching you. They watching you. Everywhere, every step you take, every move you make, every breath you take. Da 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 da. They'll be watching you. That's how it is, man. It is. one of the, if not the most surveilled city in the world. And yes, they got cameras everywhere. They got people watching you, security guys watching you, other people just watching you, and of course just your regular, you know, creeps watching you as well. We got those too. So in the video now titled "Who is to blame for London's increasingly violent gangs" on the Journeyman Pictures channel. Who is to blame? Oof, I don't know if one person is to blame. It's probably this. I imagine it's a series of things because gangs aren't even new. Like gangs, we've had gangs in London for years. It ain't new at all. It ain't new at all. Not even a little bit new. You know. So I don't know if it's one thing. It's just. Sound's gone. Oh, sound's back now. Sound's back now. Did you? I think you might have missed my joke. If the sound was gone, I think it's, yeah. If the sound went, you might not. You might have missed my joke. It was a great joke too. It really was. It really wasn't. Also, in 2016, 2017, Mexico and South America has some hardcore ass ghettos down there. La Barrios, you know, joke. Yeah, no, I've heard about some of the South American gangs. Um, I mean, you got like the cartel down there, so you know it's hardcore. Like the cartel running, was it Colombia or I think it's Colombia. But yeah, man, it's like some of the biggest drug dealers in the world around some of those parts. So yeah, hey, don't go around messing around with the wrong people. Don't go mess around with the wrong people. Some of the biggest drug dealers in the world operating out that part. So it's like, bro. You can say it's great. Well, yeah, that means it's great. If I laughed, that means it was a great joke. If you hear this, at least, anytime you hear that, even if you don't hear the joke itself, just assume it was a great joke. So if my mic cuts out and you just hear this, just assume it was a great joke, and I shall not repeat it. It is half or almost 11:30. I think I'm gonna start wrapping this up. As I'm starting to feel that I'm not even starting, I've been feeling that tightness coming through. But I think I did okay. I had a coffee earlier. A coffee this morning and a second one earlier, so managed to get me through the day, but maybe I'll stretch out too much. I ain't trying to ruin my sleep too much. They got all 6 seasons? Well, they've got 6 seasons of Dawson's Creek on Netflix. I never really watched Dawson's Creek. Maybe I should watch that as well. Do some reactions to Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek from 2002 with James Van Der Beek. Maybe I should do some reactions to that. See what it's like watching Dawson's Creek over 20 years later. Yeah, when some group went to South America to film some stuff for a documentary, and they had to get permission from mobsters to be in some areas. Yeah, I can imagine. Because yeah, if you go to you start wandering to. I saw a video of these guys actually. They were driving through. I can't remember which country it was. It was a South American country, and they was driving through, and ended up driving into like some gang territory without realizing. And they've got their camera on while it's happening. And yeah, they just approach, and these guys are like, "Who are you? And yes, guns out. Like guns out, not even like, hey, how you doing? Are you lost? No, it was guns out. So I'd assume they made it out alive because the videos go around the internet, and that's assuming, of course, it's a real video because people faking things. It's always that possibility. But assuming it's a real video, then I have to also assume they made it out alive. But yeah, even if that video was fake or not, that stuff happens. People wandering around places they don't know, grew up wandering into a territory that they really don't need to be wandering into. And because that kind of stuff can happen in London, that kind of stuff can happen in just about anywhere in the world. But then you have parts of the world where there's like a lot of, say, sort of forests and jungles and stuff like that. You just wander around these areas with no map, no guide, don't know nobody, and it's like, yeah, guns out. Man, don't know you, fam. Guns out. You don't need to be here. We should do more videos on the issues with dating and dating sites. I have so many stories. I could write a novel. Maybe you should be writing a novel. Write that novel. Talk about, was it? I mean, I don't know. If you, as long as you're not the Canadian Tinder swindler, then I think you might do okay. Matter of fact, even if you are the Canadian Tinder swindler, you might actually do very well because someone's gonna buy that. The Canadian Tinder swindler, Andrew Sinatra. Oh, that rhymes. The Canadian Tinder swindler, Andrew Sinatra. Got yourself a title right there, and possibly a Netflix show. Those Creek was awesome for all the wrong reasons. Okay, cool. Got to do a few reactions to that then. Maybe after I get through Buffy season 2, before I go to Buffy season 3, I might drop a few Dawson's Creek reactions. To kind of break up a little bit. We'll see. Let me see. Black doing that. Yeah, it was a couple of white guys actually. So, yeah. Right, when you're right, you're right. What can you say? I don't know though. I don't know. I mean, maybe in places like, I don't know, like Colombia, you might not get it so much. But yeah, I think you definitely get some black guys wandering into the wrong place in London. But then it doesn't necessarily go that same way. It might not be guns out right away. Like if you wander into some like gang territory, like looking like you don't belong there, it might not be guns out right away. You might get the are you lost? Do you help or something like that, first of all. Maybe like the fake polite talk, first of all. Just kind of fill you out a little bit to kind of get see what you're about a little bit. But once they know that you soft, once they know that you're moist, yeah. Once men know you moist, it might not go so well. It might not go so well. being on Tinder. Oh, Tinder's the worst, man. Ugh. It's just shallow. I don't like it. It's shallow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've got friends. I know people who tell me that they met that the love of their life on that platform, and good for them. You know, I'm not saying it can't be done, but I just didn't like the whole swiping thing. It's just shallow. I don't like it. It just felt like, I mean, yeah, I know you can look at the profiles and see more, but the main sort of use of the app is you see a picture and you decide if you like it or not. That's kind of the main way to use it. And unless you're going to tap on every single one and look up every single one, which gets a bit long, it just feels shallow to me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Plenty of fish. Plenty of fish is just a gateway to porn. Let's be honest. Like it's just you go on that site and all it does, because it's a free site to use, it's ad supported, and every advert, or at least 90% of the adverts, is like for some porno site or some, you know, sex meetup or something, like, you know, I don't know, adult, what you call it, like swingers club or some shit like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, bruh, come on, man. Come on, man. I ain't on that thing. You don't know the person on the planet who's never been on a dating site, but keep it that way. Keep it that way. as much as possible, keep it that way. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's no shame in it. I ain't trying to say that, but personally, I just don't like the experience. I feel like the general idea is sound, right? The general idea of a place where you could, you know, potentially meet somebody of similar interests and things like that. I like the idea of it, but the actual experience of it, in my opinion, I don't like it. I don't. You have to be some white guys. Wrong part of London, some shit like that. Oh, that don't end up there. Any hood over here, that little neighborhood that still has people. Okay, oof, indeed. That'll be easy. I don't like people that much. Well, there you go then. There you go, problem solved. Just stop liking people. And on that note, I don't like every people, but I do like some people. I like you guys. I don't think. Some people are arseholes. You're not any of them. You guys aren't arseholes. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I think that's going to be where I start winding down and wrapping up. So yeah, next live stream should be next week. Watching, what did I say again? Mississippi Burning, that was it. Mississippi Burning. And then decide which one we do after that. There's a bunch to get through, so yeah, like this for a while. And I actually do want to try and get back to do some gaming live streams as well. I haven't done a gaming live stream for a minute. I was doing them on Twitch for a little while, but I might bring them back to YouTube. But it's just difficult with like time and trying to stick to a schedule. I might just not even try and let's forget the schedule. But I will try and drop a gaming live stream at some point. Maybe not this week. Probably not this week actually. But maybe next week. We'll see. But anyway, guys. Oh yeah, look out for videos and stuff like that during the week. I'm gonna try and post some things. And of course, check out my other channels. And if you don't already, if anybody doesn't know, I have a podcast now. I started a podcast a few weeks ago. It is called Uncivilized Art. Please check that out, it'd be much appreciated. It's a new thing and needs all support it can get. I talk about it's a geek and internet culture podcast with a focus on creativity and cultural impact. That's how I is describing it. A geek and internet culture podcast with a focus on creativity and cultural impact. So yeah, much appreciated if you can check that out. I've got a few episodes up and a few clips on the YouTube channel. So yeah, we've dropped a link for you guys to make it a little bit easier for you, so you can check that out. For anybody who doesn't know already, please check that. Be much appreciated. Talking to guys, trying to get them to like me. No thanks, I don't care enough. It's probably for the best. Most guys are arseholes. Well, maybe not most guys. That's a bit harsh. Not most guys, but a lot of guys are. So yeah, if you got you a man who's treating you well, you know, you may not get you won't get everything you want in a relationship, right? You won't get everything you want, but as long as you're getting the most important things, then you're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. So if you got you a man or you got you a woman that's doing right by you, keep them around. Keep them around. That was great to see. I appreciate you coming through, Al. Appreciate you coming through, everybody. Sam, Andrew, Brax, Ken, if you're still there. Whether you were talking or stalking, whether you stayed or strayed, I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. The village is strong because you make it strong, and we're only going to get stronger. So until whenever, if ever,